Wrestling fans, when I think of Smackdown tonight, as a matter of fact, not only tonight, when I think of Smackdown since SummerSlam left, has come and gone. When I think of Smackdown since then, you know what's really come to my mind? The fact that it only builds to one show, and that is one of the biggest reasons so far this fall why it is so much easier to watch, so much more enjoyable to watch. One of the biggest reasons why we enjoy rivalries on SmackDown Live, because they build to one show at a time. They get us invested in one pay-per-view at a time. They don't do what Monday Night Raw does. Monday Night Raw, as we speak, is building to 3 major pay-per-views right now. Evolution, the big, huge show in Saudi Arabia, Crown Jewel. Speaking of which, WWE tonight like to point out that social media was going wild. Like Hulkamania, going wild. Oh, because of Crown Jewel, right, wrestling fans? Because Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman in a triple threat match for the Universal Championship. And yet, they didn't really put any fans' opinion on Twitter, on SmackDown, up there for us to see. Instead, they just put ESPN and they put Bleacher Report. That's it. That's funny. I don't know about you wrestling fans, but I caught that. You all let me know what you're thinking about that in the comments below, amongst everything else that happened on this show in the comments below. It'd be much appreciated. Plus, don't forget to go to the end of this video and hit my big webby picture. That would be much appreciated. To become a subscriber and hit the video that will be down below it as well. It will be Monday Night Raw review, where we discuss Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin for the Universal Championship, the Intercontinental Championship being on the line as well, Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler, all that plus so much more that happened last night on Monday Night Raw. Now, I will also be putting up tonight a review of the Mixed Match Challenge. Plus, tomorrow night, I'm going to start doing 205 Live and an NXT review on Wednesdays because I want to see the reaction of 205 Live on Wednesday, since how it has moved to a new day on the network. So I want to see it, see what happens. I want to bring that to you right here on the channel. So become a subscriber, support this channel. Much appreciated. Now, SmackDown tonight. One thing that really stuck out to me outside of the Becky Lynch situation with Charlotte and the United States Championship, Shinsuke Nakamura finally being back on TV, something we all have been wanting for quite some time. AJ Styles finally in a matchup, first time in 2 months. WWE definitely pointed that out to us. That was one thing that I am going to point out as well. There's one thing I enjoy and I appreciate is the fact that they take a rivalry, a major rivalry, WWE Championship, and they did not always build the title rivalry around just matches. I really appreciate that. I really enjoy that. It's been through promos, it's been through attacks, it's been through all different types of stuff. If they continue doing that, I'm just fine. Along with, matches here and there. But it doesn't have to be a match each and every week. But it is nice to see AJ Styles back on TV. And he had a very good opponent in Andrade Cien Almas. So, we'll go into that as well. But the first things first, RUSEV Day. Now, WWE will spin it that there is still a RUSEV Day, just without Aiden English. Let's be honest here, folks. Let's be honest. RUSEV Day is no more. RUSEV Day is done. Without Aiden English doing what he always did at the very beginning, the way he carried himself when he announced RUSEV. Without that, there is no RUSEV Day. That was right on the money when he made that statement tonight before the United States Championship matchup. Now, I am ready and I am hoping and I am been begging for WWE to put the title, some type of championship, on RUSEV. He deserves it. His character deserves it. He has organically got over with the fans. But now, with Aiden English away from him, and this rivalry of brewing, we are going to see RUSEV pretty much wipe the floor with Aiden English come probably the pre-show of the Saudi Arabia show, or they'll put it in Australia, whichever one. And then Aiden English will just float away into thin air. And then Rusev with Lana, hopefully will get a push. That's what I'm hoping for. But we'll have to wait and see. Other than that, on Smackdown Live, The Miz and Daniel Bryan opened up. And The Miz will take on Daniel Bryan at Australia. And the winner will become the number one contender for the WWE Championship. Now, let me tell you, a lot of people are wanting Samoa Joe to be the WWE champion. I'm not seeing it. I'm just not. I stated it on Twitter, and I'm going to state it on here. Samoa Joe's not going to be champion. AJ Styles is going to go through Samoa Joe just like he went through Shinsuke Nakamura. Okay? After he goes through Samoa Joe, he's going to lose the championship to The Miz. And after he loses it to The Miz will go through another rivalry, continuing on with AJ Styles, and eventually drop the title to Daniel Bryan. That's what I'm predicting right here. Now, you might ask, well, why in the world would they not give the title to Samoa Joe? Why in the world would they keep the title simply on AJ Styles? Well, number one, okay, the video game, him being on the cover, And quite frankly, the video game is still not released. Still not released when the Australia Super Show goes down. That's number one. Number two, I want you to think about Survivor Series. And if they go back to the well again, like they had the last few years, brand supremacy. And if it's brand supremacy, it will be champion versus champion. WWE champion versus Universal champion. Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles. Or Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. Which one do you think looks better on paper in WWE's eyes? And no, I'm not talking about the fans' eyes, because I know some fans out there would probably think Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe, champion versus champion, would look better. WWE's eyes. Styles as WWE champion. Mark my words. Go back to this video when that happens, if that comes true. Also, go back to when AJ Styles was first in WWE. Right after WrestleMania, he went bam with Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship. They had some tremendous, epic matches. Self-explanatory right there. You don't need any other explanation right there for WWE to keep the title on him if that's the way they go down. Just the way I'm looking at it. But if they take the title off of him, look for it to be probably TLC or somewhere like that. I don't see Samoa Joe getting the title. It is the wrong place. He is in the right place at the wrong time. It's just my opinion. Cesaro versus Kofi Kingston. Look, WWE going back to the well with the Bar and the New Day. However, these guys, these tag teams, always have and always will put on good matches. And you know what? Cesaro and Kofi Kingston did it again. Great chemistry inside the squared circle, and they proved it again tonight. I absolutely enjoyed it, and I'm sure you all did the same thing. Absolutely. Cesaro picks up the victory, kind of stamping the mark that they deserve a tag team title shot at Australia. Randy Orton looking sick, demented, twisted, vile, just wanting to do more even nasty damage to people on SmackDown. Showed the image of the screwdriver in Jeff Hardy's earlobe from Hell in a Cell and said that was just the start. It's going to get even worse from what he's going to do to the rest of the SmackDown Live roster. Now, I know that they are two heels, but one rivalry that I wouldn't mind seeing is Randy Orton and Samoa Joe. If Samoa Joe does not get the WWE Championship, that would be a good rivalry. That's just my opinion. Y'all let me know what you're thinking in comments below about that. AJ Styles versus Andrade Cien Almas. Very good contest. You can't really complain about it. I mean, not really, except the fact that Andrade Cien Almas lost again. I'm sure there's going to be some people out there that are going to gripe, moan, and groan and complain about that. Now, look, AJ Styles has not been on TV for 2 months. Of course, he's going to pick up the victory when he hasn't wrestled for 2 months, right? So look at it that way. Plus, you had to build towards Joe and Styles. What better way than what they always do? Styles picking up the victory and then Samoa Joe attacking from behind. Now, some of you might say Almas could have picked up the victory and then Samoa Joe came and picked up the pieces. But WWE doing what they always do. So, we have to take it for what it is. Asuka versus Billie Kay. Does anybody care? I don't, and I'm sure you all don't either. Charlotte and Becky Lynch. This is supposed to be Becky Lynch's crowning moment. This is supposed to be Becky Lynch's extraordinary, big-time queen moment for the women's division on Smackdown Live. And, WWE, you continue to put down Charlotte in these ways of just having her get beat up week in and week out, whether it's to disarm her or thrown into the announce tables or all different types of things. Having Becky Lynch look like a heel, which I have praised. Because Becky Lynch's character, outside of what she has done since she's turned heel, was stale, dry, boring. Didn't like it. But Charlotte had, you doing this, it really is coming off on TV as, okay, it's Becky's time now, but how is Charlotte going to overcome this new heel style, bad, Stone Cold Steve Austin attitude of Becky Lynch? That's what it's coming off as. How is the Queen going to overcome that? That's just me. So Charlotte is still the main huge focus here. And she's had her time. And I'm not saying that I'm not liking the storyline. I'm not saying I don't like Becky Lynch's character because I have praised it. But I don't like the way that is being portrayed. And it really was noticed tonight. And you wanting the fans to boo Becky continues to backfire and fail on you, because all I heard throughout the segment was Becky, 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 Becky. So that was pretty much Smackdown Live. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the Webby button. Don't forget to click on the video down below. And I hope you enjoyed this review. And until I see you again, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.